One of the most tragic things in life is living a lie or believing a lie your whole life, while the truth has the potential to set you free and give you an absolutely different life. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to have you guys back here with me. For those who are coming back, lovely to see you again. And if you're new, welcome to the channel. I'm so happy as well to have you here with me. Looking forward to hanging out with you on other videos as well. Here's to hoping that this year has been nice to everyone. It is the beginning of yet another new month. And before we continue, it is my prayer that everybody is going to have a lovely month of April and that you're going to experience blessings after blessings. On today's video, we're going to be talking about some of the lies that we have believed in all our lives. Whether it's lies that we tell ourselves, whether it's lies that we've heard from other people, there's so many lies that we have believed in that have shaped either our characters, who we are, how we relate to other people, and basically the choices that we get to make in life. And some of these lies really shape our lives to the point where we actually forget who we really are, and they actually make our lives harder than they ought to be, or they just lengthen the processes of our lives and it feels like we are almost going in circles and never really amounting to anything. So in today's video, I'm hoping to debunk some of these lies in relation to the truth, and hopefully they can shine a light on who we are actually really meant to be. The first lie is that you need to have a clear picture of where your life is going, which in my opinion is a big lie. You can never really say you have a clear picture of your life, whether you have mapped out the rest of your life or whether you have decided exactly what you want to do in life. It can never really be a clear picture of what you want to do in life. I've come to realize, especially in my life, that I may have had dreams at some point in my life or in my past, and some of those dreams have actually become true, some of those have actually surpassed, and some of those have fallen off because they were not meant to be on my path. So having a clear picture, thinking that you have a clear picture of your life rather, is just a roadmap to frustrations and discouragements and depression. In case you see that you are nowhere in line with achieving these dreams and expectations and hitting the mark on this clear picture that you had about, and also it leads you to just having unhealthy expectations about everything in life, and also thinking that everything is going to line up in order to match up with the dreams and the visions that you have in life, and the level of discouragement that comes with that is so huge. So I've come to learn in life that the truth of the matter is it is very okay and very healthy to have visions, to have dreams, to write down your goals, to basically have a plan for your life. But the beauty of it all falls in just letting the process unfold by itself. There's going to be dips, there's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, there's going to be things that you never expected, there's going to be things that are going to blow your mind and you're going to be like, I never saw this coming in a million years. There's going to be things that are going to come your way that are going to hit you so hard. You wonder if this really is your life. But when you let your life unfold according to God's plan and purpose for your life, everything is going to fall in place. Whether you make mistakes, whether you really do not see what you're going to be doing even tomorrow, let alone your future, whether you have no idea of what your life is all about, when you keep in step with the Holy Spirit, when you let God direct your life, there is so much joy when you look back at some point and realize, I never saw this coming, I never really imagined this, but it worked out so beautifully. And that is the truth. You don't really have to have a complete or clear picture of where your life is going. When you allow the process to unfold, it unfolds beautifully. And that's the truth. Everybody else has it so much easier than you do. That is such a big lie. Whenever you're prone to comparison or just looking at other people's lives and trying to gauge yourself and your progress based on other people, you're always going to think that they're doing or having it so much better than you. When you see people going on holidays in the middle of a whole pandemic, when you see people buying expensive things or whatever it is that they're buying when you probably don't have money yourself, you're going to always think that everybody else is having it so much better than you are. Well, the truth is that the struggles behind closed doors is what you never really get to see. People go through so much and only filter that either via social media or how they carry themselves around, but you don't know what happens behind closed doors. You don't know the struggles that everybody is going through. You may think that somebody else is having it so much easier than you, while in comparison with the reality, you might actually be doing really well. When you look at your life in comparison to other people, it's always going to be in your mind that you are not really amounting to anything, which is an absolute lie. The best thing is not to let other people's progress determine where you are at in life. Your life is your own, your journey is your own. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's wrote in life is completely, totally different, regardless of whether you look alike or your lives have been intertwined in some way. The journeys are absolutely different. Nobody wakes up and has an exact same day as the other person, and in the same way, nobody's journey or progress or purpose in life is going to be exactly the same as the other person. Sometimes you're going to move at a supersonic speed, sometimes you're going to be slow, and the same case is going to happen to other people. So regardless of where you are at in life, take it in stride, enjoy the progress, enjoy the process, and compliment yourself on where you are at on a daily basis, because being where you are at today is a complete achievement, and that's the truth. The third lie is that there is no purpose to your life. And that is a lie from the pits of hell, an absolute lie. Everybody's life has a purpose and it has a meaning. Whether you think you're doing much, whether you think you're doing little, regardless of whatever it is you're doing, your piece in the puzzle is so important in such a way that if it did not exist, something would be amiss. And sometimes we lie to ourselves that we are maybe extras. Like for example, extras in a movie where there's the main characters and then there's the extras who are supposed to be like the supporting cast, which is an absolute lie. That makes you get to a point where you think you're less important, or like whatever it is you're doing is less important than what someone else is doing with your life. What I believe in 100% is that everybody's life is completely important. Your purpose is stamped and it is fixed and no one can change that. And it is very, very vital in the overall plan of the world and of life. And most importantly, whatever it is that you have been created to do, because you were created for a purpose, you have it within you to fulfill that purpose, for one, to achieve it, and to be successful. You have it within you and nothing can change that. And that's the truth. Other lies we tell ourselves is that we can never change. That we are who we are, no matter what. This is who I have always been. This is how I was born. So and so in my family is like this. So basically, that aligns with me being who I am. Well, this is such a huge lie, especially when it comes to behaviors or character traits in our lives that do not add up to the overall plan of who we're meant to be, or just things that take away from who you are really meant to be in life. For example, all my life I thought I was not a morning person, and I grew up believing this because I still hate waking up early. Or dislike, let's just use the word dislike. I don't like waking up early, and I know there's that definition of I'm not a morning person. But I came to realize some of these things, whether they have been part of who we've been all our lives, are not cast in stone. It's not like they've been written down in stone, and it's not like you're supposed to actually like the opposite of who you think you are. Because if you feel like something is of a benefit to you in some sort of way, you can always change it. If you feel like you want to move a certain aspect of your life out, you don't necessarily have to like the opposite of it, but if it works to the overall benefit of your life, you can always change it. And then the good thing about change is that it's not meant to be immediate, and you're not meant to like it immediately. But when you make small changes, or like baby step changes every single day in your life, it almost becomes part of you in such a way that you start off not liking whatever it is that you're changing to, but eventually it becomes part of you. Whether you're going to end up liking it eventually is not a must. It's not a must, but so long as it becomes adopted into your nature or into your routine in such a way that you feel like, I've actually changed. I thought it wasn't in my nature to wake up early, but now I'm waking up early. I thought it wasn't in my nature to show up early, wherever it is that I was showing up. Now, over time, that has changed. Or like, for example, you can say, I thought I could not work out. Now, over time, I'm slowly beginning to actually get into the rhythm of working out. Or some things in our characters, like for example, if you're prone to being angry or having anger in your life, over time, when you start making these baby step changes, behaving differently or reacting differently to different situations, over time it becomes a habit, then it becomes your character. So regardless of how long it takes, you've changed from one aspect of your life to a whole different aspect, and now these are the aspect which is more positive and more beneficial has become who you are meant to be. So the lie is that we can never change bits and pieces of our lives that are not right. You can change, and that's the truth. You have your whole life ahead of you. That's a lie we've had quite quite a lot of times, and also a lie that we've convinced ourselves. And mostly it's always rooted in you not wanting to do something now, or like when you want to procrastinate on doing something that you're meant to do now, you keep telling yourself, oh, I have my whole life ahead of me, oh, I have tomorrow, I'll have more time whenever else it is to do whatever it is that I want to do right now. The truth is, really, your life is not your own. You can never really predict that you're going to have tomorrow. I know we live positively and say we're going to live and we're going to have long lives, which is good to be very positive, but let that not take away from you doing what you're meant to do today. I've come to realize that the best way to live life is to live as if today was your last day. Whatever it is that you need to do it today. Do that thing that you've always wanted to do. Love on the people around you as if today was your last day. Enjoy good food. Have fun. Do everything that is permissible and acceptable. Make use of every opportunity. Redeem the time you have. Do whatever it is that you need to do. And whatever you do, do not procrastinate. Coming from a person who's done that almost all her life, it never ends well. That is the enemy of progress, and you will not move forward with life. Trust me, you will not. Been there, done that, you will not. Whatever it is you want to do today, do it today. And also do not waste time. That episode that you keep telling yourself is the last that you're going to watch tonight, it probably is not going to be the last one. You're probably going to end up watching the whole season tonight, and that is so much time to waste. So whatever it is you choose to do, apply self-discipline and self-control and do something constructive with your life. And that's the truth. And also on the same note, those clothes that you keep telling yourself that you're going to wear when you lose weight, I hate to be the one to break it down to you, my friend. It's probably not gonna happen. Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. Whatever it is you need to do to work on yourself, by all means do it. Work on yourself, be healthy and all that. But don't lie to yourself that you're going to keep clothes until you actually lose weight. I know some people do that as a form of motivation, like you have something in your wardrobe that you always look at to see the kind of progress that you want to make, and also like to push you when it comes to working out. There's always someone who you can give those clothes to. Then when you work on your body, definitely work on your body. When you achieve your dream body, get yourself something new to appreciate and to celebrate your new body. If that happens, let's be positive when that happens, and that's the truth. One of the biggest lies in life is that we can never get it right, or that the mistakes in your past are going to define who you become in the future. That is such a huge lie, and again, lies from the pits of hell. These lies have literally shaped our lives on the absolute negative. You look at all the mistakes you've made in your past and judge yourself based on those mistakes and those failures. While on the contrary, with the right perspective, the mistakes that we've made in the past, or the failures we've made, they've either made us stronger or wiser or more resilient. With the right perspective, it always ends up in the positive. It always ends up in the positive. Regardless of whatever it is you go through in life, it works out for good. What you need is just a change of mind and change of perspective. And when you look back in retrospect, these things that have shaped your life for the negative or filled your mind with thoughts of failure and of never being enough actually show you how strong you really are, and that is your true identity. So the truth of the matter is, your failures can never determine who you are. Your past mistakes do not determine your future. That we can live life however we want and everything will still be okay. What we forget is that there are consequences to every action in life. Be it in the positive, be it in the negative. If you choose to live a reckless life, you cannot expect that things are going to be okay with you. If you choose to be unfaithful, for example, in your workplace, in your relationships, down the line, things are not going to be okay. I can guarantee you on that. These are just the lies that we convince ourselves in trying to justify either characters of our lives that are negative or that are detrimental to either our lives or other people's lives. If you choose to not control either what you eat or what you watch, what you listen to, it's going to add up with the change of your character for the negative, or your health. If you choose to be mean or rude to people around you, you can never ask yourself the question of, why are people not in my life? Because eventually they are going to flee, and whoever it is that is going to be left in your life is just probably going to be there because they have to. But on the contrary, living your life with love, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, faithfulness, self-control always amounts to living the best life that you can ever live, an awesome life. Not to mean that negative things are not going to happen to you at some point, but there's always this notion that everything works out for good. Whether it's negative or positive, everything works out for good. So long as you're doing your part in being the very best version of yourself that you can ever be, everything will work out for your good eventually. And that's the truth. Sometimes we lie to ourselves that we don't need people in our lives, that we can do it by ourselves. Whatever it is that we need to achieve or to do, it has to just be me doing it. And in most cases, that's rooted in self-righteousness or in pride. Well, the truth of the matter is you need people in your life. Whether it is in the least bit of things or the biggest of things. You need family, you need friends, you need colleagues, you need strangers sometimes. And they make life so much easier. It takes off a whole load off of your back. And you fill your life with joy and happiness, because that's what community does to you. And in connection to that, one more lie that is again rooted in self-righteousness and in pride is that we can do life without God, or that we don't need God in life. Deep within us, there's something that confirms to you that you need a connection with your Creator or with God. And when you choose to deny that and choose to live life in your own strength or in your own power, then you really miss out on knowing what your life is all about. The sooner you realize who God really is and you establish a personal and an intimate relationship with Him, the sooner life will begin to make sense. Bits and pieces of your life are going to click. You're going to realize this is exactly why this was meant to be like this. You get direction in life. You get a defined purpose based on the one who actually gave you the purpose. You get fulfillment in life. You get ideas that are going to take you to the next level. Literally, there is nothing in life that compares to knowing God and having a relationship, a personal, intimate relationship with Him. Nothing in life compares to that. And especially when you get to know the character of God, when you get to know who He is, and you get to know how His character reflects on us in bringing out a beautiful design that could have only been designed by a God who is all-knowing, all-powerful, almighty. When you get to know life in relation to God, I can guarantee you everything in life changes. And there is nothing more beautiful than that. Again, there is nothing more dangerous than living life as a lie or living life in a lie. But when you get to know the truths about life, especially break down the lies that we have told ourselves, because those are the most dangerous lies ever. Nothing can break them down apart from us making that change ourselves. Believe the truth and run with it, and allow God to map out your life in the best way possible. And that's just all I can say about that. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me in this episode. Thank you so very much. I'm so happy to have spent this time with you. Hope to see you guys on my next video. I'm going to be having another video airing by the end of this week. It's going to be my second cooking video. Hope to see you then, and hope you guys are going to join in my kitchen as I take you through another recipe. Thank you so much, guys, and bye-bye. So I want to debunk some of these lies and relate them to the truth. Debunk. And that's the truth. And that's the truth.